Today I've got the counterpart to another guitar we've shown you that is already blown up. I got the 24 CE, brand new from Taylor. Stick around. How's it going, y'all? This is Cooper Greenberg here at Alamo Music Center in San Antonio, Texas. You can find us online at alamomusic.com. If you have not already, please subscribe to the channel, like the videos, comment on them, share them, do your thing. So today I got the 24 CE, brand new from Taylor. This is also somewhat of an early prototype. I'll tell you why in just a second. But if you have not seen the video on the 14 CE, Chris and I did that not too long ago. Put it out, brand new guitars from Taylor at an insanely affordable price point, very good value. 14 CE, very similar to this, but had a spruce top on it. This is the 24 CE, which by Taylor naming conventions, that 2 in there is going to mean hardwood top, which means mahogany top. So this is a mahogany top guitar, laminate back and sides, or layered, should we say, for $599. It's an incredible deal from Taylor. They're jumping deeper into this side of the market where you can get a really good entry-level guitar or just something to play, not worry too much about. $599 for a solid mahogany top. It's pretty mind-blowing. I'm going to get to the rest of the stuff here, which is also very, very cool. Anyway, it's a prototype, just like the other one we showed you, because these guitars are not coming with the ESB pickup preamp system. So this is what you see on GS Minis, Academies, pretty much anything made in Mexico from Taylor, which is the 200 series all the way down. This is their ESB pickup. The 14 and 24 CE will be shipping and coming with Fishman Sonotone pickup. Also very good pickup system. But just so you know, if you get one and it's not this one or the other prototype we have, which are still currently available, this will not be on there. Anyway, so I said layered back and sides. This is layered sapele, back and sides. Very simple appointments. Keep the cost down. It's a $599 guitar. You know what to expect. But layered sapele, solid neo-tropical mahog on the top. This is a full-size Grand Auditorium body with a cutaway and a pickup. Now, neck system-wise, this is not the NT neck. This is not the regular Taylor neck. This is very reminiscent of what you get on, say, a baby Taylor. So you'll see no heel, sliding right in there, bolted to the front. And again, another way to make this a more affordable guitar, but also no issues. It's totally solid. This is a maple neck, and this is a guitar. So here's the thing. We talked a lot about the value of the 14 and the 24. This is, if you want to hear kind of more in depth about the guitar, I suggest you look at the 14 CE video where we talk about the neck system a little bit more, but I want to give you a sound sample of the mahogany. Now, this is pretty mind-blowing. I think if you've been looking at Taylor guitars for a while, yes, you can get a mahogany top GS Mini for $599 as well right now without a pickup. If you get a pickup, it's going to be $699. But really, there's not a ton out there with this quality of a build and like just playable straight out of the box for $599 for this one, $499 for the other one. And I think that's why a lot of people have jumped on the 14 already. We got a handful, I think we got 4 of the prototypes with the ESB in them, and they sold immediately. A lot of people were asking us about getting more of those. Hopefully we'll see our actual stock soon. But we said, hey, we got some of these, and a lot of people like these even more because it's a different tonality. And so there have been, because we got a handful of these as well. So I'm really excited about these. I think what I want to do is I want to take a listen. You can compare this sound to the one of the 14 CE. Obviously, when we get both in at the same time, we'll do a more kind of honest comparison. But I do want to talk a little bit about the sound of this guitar, what a mahogany top gives you, and also kind of go through Taylor's line. First off, take a listen, then I'll tell you more on the other side. All right, so there's a little bit on this guitar. Very nice to play, very nice sound. So torrefied spruce top on the 14, mahogany top on this one. That's your price difference there. So if you're wondering why this one is more than the torrefied spruce, it's because mahogany costs more money. But I do think there's enough of a tonal difference between the two that you could really fall into the camp of one or the other. A hardwood top like this, it's going to give you more compression. It's going to be a little bit more mid-range heavy, less of that bright push from the spruce, so you get a little bit more mellow sound. And also, I mean, we talk about mahogany top guitars being great for recording because they're, they respond well with finger picking, but you get that natural compression. So if you dig in, it's not going to be this crazy dynamic kind of change like a spruce top might be. But also, you might just like mahogany, top guitar sound more, I think. And I will tell you who I think this is good for. I think it's good for anybody, but especially if you're just getting into guitar and you want to spend around $500 on something, or if you got a starter guitar that's less, if it's a $200-300 guitar and you want to step up to something of higher quality, this is a really nice step up. This does have C-class bracing in it, which you'll see all through Taylor's Made in Mexico line, which is, it's a nice, cantilever bracing. I think it helps the top of this guitar, especially because this is layered back and sides. You're not going to see back bracing in there, but the C-class bracing, I think, does wonders with their sound, and they got a lot of nice literature about it if you want to read more about it on the website. But you go mahogany top, you go Sitka top, you get two different sounds, and I think most people will just choose which one they like the sound of more because the price difference is not crazy. But I do think, I was recently working with a recording studio here in town that's outfitting the studio with a bunch of amps, bunch of guitars, bass, and they went with one acoustic. And I think that's fair. I think a lot of people, you have your Telecaster and your Les Paul, or you have your Strat and your Les Paul, you got your solid body and your hollow body. When it comes to electric guitars in a studio setting, you want a few things. You want something bright and single coil versus something a little bit thicker with humbuckers. I think that's a great way of looking at both of these, and so this is a plea to studios like the one they got a Taylor, but they didn't get this one. I think that's really cool in a recording setting. You have your spruce top guitar and you have your mahogany top guitar because they do kind of excel in different areas. So maybe you're a parent and you and your child are going to take lessons together, or maybe you and your spouse are going to take lessons together, and you're looking at something where you're going to be in probably right around $1,000, a little bit more, but you're getting two guitars. If you're looking at buying two of these, which I've already heard from people, hey, I'm going to take lessons with my son, I'm going to get two of these 14 CEs. It might be cool. Get one of each, and that way you can have different sounds. The play is going to be very much the same. These are satin guitars. They're really comfortable. And the necks, Taylor is known for the comfort and playability of their necks. So for a beginner, for somebody just getting started, this is great. Also, we talked a lot about this in the other video. Before, if somebody was getting started and they wanted some entry level, it was kind of a GS Mini was where they were landing, a GS Mini Sapele, which is right now $499. But that may hinder you in the process if you're learning on a smaller guitar and then one day you're looking at an upgrade and you're going to a full-size guitar. So Taylor's made it very clear that you can start at $499 or $599 on a full-size guitar that's going to give you the same sort of transfer if you were to upgrade to a 314 CE or an 814, whatever. You'll already know the feel. You'll be able to practice and learn on something that's full-size, which is where more of the mind-blowing stuff comes in. I think the least expensive guitar that you can buy from Taylor right now is at $449, and I could be wrong. Also, prices change, but $449 for a baby Taylor, which is very small guitar, and then you can go $499 for a GS Mini, and then as you're moving up from there, you're going into Academy Series and 100 Series, 200 Series. I think Academy, you're already jumping in at $799. 100 Series, about the same. It's $699, $799. It's definitely a jump up from here. And so before it was like travel guitars, small guitars. Yes, you can get in at a lower price, but they did the thing that would make everybody happy and gave us a couple guitars that you can really get a full-size guitar feel and sound out of, which I think is just great. And they're already selling. They're not even shipping yet. We're selling prototypes. We're selling pre-orders. I just think with the market how it is, the climate how it is, everybody loves Taylor. Prices are going up. It's getting harder and harder to even get into 200 series where you can get guitars that reach about $2,000. And they're great. They're fantastic guitars. And if you have $2,000 to spend, you can find a lot of great options from Taylor. But for $499, $599, also known as $500 and $600, yeah, these are pretty hard to beat. And I would challenge anybody, which we will probably do, to look at other brands and other guitars. We've gotten a lot of requests to compare the 14 against a similarly priced Yamaha. Yamaha makes great guitars. Alvarez makes great guitars. There's a lot of really nice stuff out there that you can get in this price range. But there is a situation in which a lot of people come into our store and they're looking for their first guitar, and so they mess around a little bit and play on some nicer Taylors. They love the feel of these guitars, but if they're looking for something right around $500, there's not as many options for a full size. And so then they go for a Yamaha, they go for an Alvarez, they go for a Fender Pack or something like that, which are all good guitars, and we like to sell them. We talk a lot about them here, but if you love the Taylor feel, if you got your sights set on a higher-end Taylor, or if you already got a higher-end Taylor and you want something that's going to be easy to bring around, this might be the one for you. And it's got a mahogany top, and it's great. So if you want to learn more about this guitar, alamomusic.com. We got plenty of them coming, both this and the spruce top version. And yeah, I'm really excited to see what kind of players get their hands on these guitars. I do not think you'll be disappointed. And if you have any questions, reach out to us. Comment below. Tell us what you want us to compare it with. Other mahogany-topped guitars. There's not a lot of options outside of then getting into higher-end things. So this is cool. Spruce top's cool. Ask us questions. Tell us what you want to compare them to. We'll shoot you straight. And like I said before, it helps us out if you subscribe to the channel. If you're already subscribed, thank you. But comment, do your thing. Visit us at alamomusic.com, and we will see you next time.